Hi everybody, I'm OB. Welcome to OdysseyBunker. I thought I'd introduce myself better this time. Last week I was a bit under the weather, but wanted to get some videos out, get the channel started. I've got a lot to show you all over social media, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, even some maybe off X as well. So join in. Like, share, subscribe. All help the channel out. Let's go on this Odyssey together. Just like my last video I did about the solar eclipse, I only put a few clips on there, had a few issues trying to get the video out, still learning. But I still missed a few, so I thought I'd join them in on this video. Let's go.
There's something absolutely insane that everybody needs to know immediately about this upcoming total solar eclipse. That being that the sun and the moon are not actually due to align during this total solar eclipse. And if you notice on any star maps or even sky view in itself, if you fast forward to where the actual eclipse is, you'll notice that they are not in alignment. So could it be planet X, aka Nibiru? Who knows? But what I do know is that the sun and the moon have been out of alignment since September of last year. And if the sun is in Pisces, then obviously it won't be an Aries eclipse, now will it? This just adds to biblical proportions, especially when you consider the mentions of wormwood in itself in the past. So could the Anunnaki and Project Bluebeam finally be amongst us? Who knows? But there do happen to be a lot of events occurring in the month of April alone, including two broods of cicadas that haven't managed to emerge since 1803, directly in the totality of the total solar eclipse. Our leaders have been quite literally capable of producing a vast amount of future technology that they are slowly introducing to the public. And still, people still choose to be so closed-minded. I don't have to be an astrophysicist to notice something so obvious. This is not a normal total solar eclipse, people. Please get in touch with your reality around you, the actual reality that exists around you. There has been many bloodlines that have existed for far too long, with only corrupted intentions of deceiving you further. And if humanity does not become mindfully aware of the actual reality around them, then humanity will simply cease to exist, leaving this beautiful green realm in the hands of our oppressors, our actual oppressors. Two deities, the son of an even greater deity, created humanity, the only mortal species in our galaxy meant to consciously evolve. But guess what? One deity, under the name of Enlil, wanted to take control of humanity. Enlil, aka Baal, Beelzebub, Nimrod, Zeus. And we as humanity are consciously evolving faster than they would like. They are losing their control. Reasons of why so many tyrannical characters in our society are falling ill or going into hiding. Because they know the truth. They know the truth behind their veil of lies will finally be revealed to the people. Reasons of why their exact ancestors are returning to regain that exact control. And I implore you to think outside the box. I implore everybody that's considering to go to this eclipse to not actually go to this eclipse. Because it's not hard to comprehend the simple fact that once again, the sun and the moon are not due to actually align during the total solar eclipse. Could that be why there's so many military personnel? Could that be why they're telling people to gather so many supplies? And you might just like to assume that that's just because there's going to be a lot of people there. But in actuality, they've never done this before. Wake the fuck up, humanity, or soon it will be too late. There's something.
Whoa. Very passionate. What do you reckon about that? Let's face it, how long have we been hearing about Nibiru? Years and years and years. And the stories seem to be more true to life than most of the others. Anyway, we'll move on. Let me know what you think down in the comments. It's a good start. All right, let's check out Billy Carson.
The Anunnaki. That's the name of the beings that, according to the ancient texts, came from heaven to earth. In the Egyptian culture, they call them the Nibiru, and they said they came to earth and turned mud into a kingdom. In the Bible, they call them the Anak. They have these names in all different cultures. They all show up around the same time in every culture, and I started finding more instances of them in every culture I looked into around the same time period. And I go, these people really came here at some point in the distant past. It seems to be now around 450,000 years ago they arrived, and about 200,000 years ago, according to the text, they started genetically tinkering with human beings, saying they were adding their essence to them to get us to do the labor for them. So around 200,000 years ago, they started tinkering with us, and there's a famous cylinder scroll and with some text at the British Museum with Isis, the goddess Isis, who was one of the original Sumerian pantheon, not Egyptian, and she's holding up a baby, and she says, the first Adamu, which means first man, my hands have created it. And she claims to have taken this baby to term for 10 months in her own womb to create the more modern version of Homo sapiens sapiens, the Anunnaki.
So what do you guys think about the Anunnaki? What do you think about the stories of ancient Sumer? Let me know down in the comments. There's definitely people looking at it and stuff. Check that out. People say it's just a cool sunset. What do you reckon?
Sometimes you'll look outside and you'll see this golden sun in the sky, and it's not the sun, it's planet Nibiru. And then sometimes you'll have the real sun in the sky. Nibiru is a planet, it's a sun, it's a spaceship. And the Rubians are here and they're cleaning up the sky, and I've been speaking about this for months. I told y'all, look, you got all type of beings here that's a part of the Galactic Confederation, and they got different jobs. Like the Nerubian's job is to go in the sky and clean up all the oxygen and all the morgellons out of our sky that these invaders put in our air. And that's what the fuck been going on. So you're going to feel the planet warming up. You're going to feel it being harder to breathe right now because your avatars, everybody's used to breathing oxygen when we're supposed to be breathing hydrogen. And I've showed this before with DNA links and stuff like that and how it look on a chart, DNA, which is really DEA, and how it's three of them, and how you got the little links, those are hydrogen links. Originally, we breathed hydrogen on this planet, on this realm. So you got to now understand that we are going through a pole shift. And then, like I said, it didn't just start. It's been going on. And the energy is going back to that warm, you know, to that heat that we never felt in this lifetime because, you know, they took the planet off. So if you got neuromelanin, all this new heat going to be hot to you, but you can take it, though. And you'll notice the longer you stand out there in it and try to meditate in it or something, you'll really be able to take it. And it's going to feel kind of good to you, no matter how hot it is, it's going to feel kind of good. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have neuromelanin, you can't take this shit at all right now. Motherfuckers is falling out and dying.
So what do you reckon? You should check this guy out. He's on TikTok. He shares a lot of stuff. Let's move on.
2 moons in the sky in LA? No, I was playing, but why is 2 moons in the sky in LA? What's going on? They said January 1st, 2024.
Yeah, people just claim lens flare.
Planet Nibiru. This don't look like no Project Bluebeam to me in the sky. People saying there's Nibiru. I don't know who made that caption. But, I mean, sure. Y'all still believe we the only terrestrial beings? Conscious beings? It's not. It's past conscious. It's people that's far developed past
it. Yeah, they're far beyond it.
Shoot, there's people on this planet that got more of their brain unlocked than the average person walking around. That we call human. As far as your scientists, your architects, and people that do engineering and mathematics. So imagine on a higher scale. We gotta sit here and look. And somebody said, "Oh, this is a reflection off the firmament of the moon." We would have been seeing the moon reflection off the firmament if that was the case. Or it wouldn't just be a random video that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a rare video. Or y'all pull up and tag me in more videos with the firmament reflecting off the, but that's not valid enough. That's not valid enough because we'll be able to see it all across the realm. If that was the case, right? It'd be things going on with the moon in LA, and it'd be things going on with the moon in Florida, and it'd be 2 different things. That's why in AZ it was 2 suns out of 2020. When I came out here, that's when the 2 suns happened. Well, not when I ain't saying it like that, but you feel me? So it's like different parts of the land is like whole different universes, bro. Now that I'm really thinking about it, the way they try to break down space, I ain't finna say space in the water. I see that conspiracy that they talking about. What if all the planets in the universe is literally just on this realm, but they're on an outer plane? Outer space, outer plane, inner space, inside the firmament, right? These are some interesting times, man. You got 2 moons in the sky, or you got, if that's really a spaceship, because they said Nibiru is a planet, but it's a spaceship, but it's an entire planet that can basically
Like a planetoid.
This is what the stories and all that say.
Like they say about the moon.
No matter what you want to call it, fam, this world reset, this planetary reset coming, bro. You can keep saying it's distraction and lies all you want, you know. There've been, and I remember somebody said on the comments, and I actually responded. I said, yeah, I don't know why that alien video blew up, because somebody said, why is this only happening in America, bro? It's been millions of videos all across the world that's been posted that show aliens, bro. And if you want to really be honest, we're late. We late.
Yeah. I think it's about right and we're late. What do you like? What do you all think about that? I mean, we've heard all the stories, lots of us. And yeah, it's madness. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let's move on. Now in this next videos, I'm going to show you a post from Ashton Forbes. He's currently on X. He's been spoke about a few times recently about his theories with MH370 that went missing the airplane. So let me know what you think. Now this is the Malaysian Airlines flight 370 disappearance. And there was a group started called MH370X that started investigating this. Now Ashton Forbes seems to know what he's talking about, so I think we should show him some support. So I thought I'd show you his videos. I'm sure some of you would have already seen it. Let me know what you think down below. Here we go. Like so many people say this is fake and it's computer generated, but ever since I first seen this, I had a feeling that it just didn't feel fake. What do you guys think? Get ready. I mean, look at that. And they even change orientation at the last minute. Boom, gone. I mean, really. I'm going to show you Ashton Forbes next. Excuse me. Let me know what you think. Here's Ashton Forbes.
First thing I want people to know is that I have not been doing this for attention or for fame or for money or for anything like that. I don't give a crap about any of that stuff at all.
Good for you, man.
The only thing I care about is the truth. And the truth is the United States government took MH370. That's the reason why they never found the plane, even though they searched for 3 years in a supposed area where they claimed they had satellite pings that proved that the plane crashed there. This is the reason why they developed a fake story about a pilot's suicide that makes no sense whatsoever, because something big had to be covered up. This is a real incident where a plane disappeared from thin air. That does not happen in 2014. Planes don't just disappear. They just don't go untracked. The reason why these videos are the most compelling videos in the world is that it's not just lights flashing around, or it's not just a UFO. It actually has a real world event incorporated with it that you can be dug into, that you can look into the evidence, and you'll find, just like we found through MH370X, the evidence corroborates the videos being real. Do you think I want to believe that we can zap a plane out of existence or to somewhere else? No, I don't want to have to believe that. That's incredible. That has huge implications to our reality. It lines up with everything that's being told about UFOlogy. It lines up with what Kurt and Joe Rogan were talking about right after the MH370 clip. Why would the government lie about this? Maybe they're covering up the whole aliens thing is maybe just a distraction from the idea that we have this technology. Okay. Jeremy Corbell was told by Commander Fravor of the Nimitz Tic Tac incident that the CIA tried to convince Fravor that Lockheed Martin was the owners of that technology.
Yeah, that's right.
What if it really is Lockheed Martin technology and our technology? Think of the implications of that.
It'd be huge.
What if we actually can teleport a plane? Think about what that means for our reality all around us. It means that conclusively there's an extra dimension. It means that we can absolutely manipulate gravity, warping space-time around an object. It's consistent with the laws of physics.
See what I'm saying? Go and check him out on X. His name's Ashton Forbes. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen him, but you should follow him. Check his videos out.
Cargoes on board the plane that hadn't been properly inspected. And I must say, it does strain credibility to me that a massive jet like this could just disappear, largely without trace. I do think that we have to consider all possibilities. And so to
back to Planet X.
Remember Planet X?
Yes.
The search for Planet X.
Nibiru.
There were several incarnations of Planet X.
Right.
That was among them. Okay.
That was
I'm
most wacky.
I'm talking about 100 years ago, Planet X. Okay.
Yes.
Uranus was moving weirdly. Nobody understood. Maybe there's a planet beyond it whose gravity we have yet to reckon in our equations. Oh, boom. We discover Neptune. Wait a minute. Neptune is moving a little unfamiliarly. And this is odd. Well, we've been down that road before. There must be another planet out there, a Planet X. Let's look for it. So everybody started looking. 1993, a colleague of mine named Miles Standish. He looked at all of the data people were using to say Neptune's orbit was crooked. Then he found out that at one particular observatory, was it the gearbox or the timing mechanism had just been cleaned or swapped out. He removed those data from his analysis and fitted data to all the other telescopes that he had for the positions of Neptune. When he did that, Planet X evaporated in that instant. Remember?
In April 2024, a sight never seen before.
Well, the skies have been clearing up. Want to see Nibiru? There he is. Adjust my glasses a little. I'm using polarized sunglasses over my camera lens on my phone. Let's see. We'll see if we can darken the image a little bit more.
Well, we can see the lens flare off the other side, but you can clearly see that.
Yes. There it is.
Is this why they're so worried about April 8th, guys?
There's what I believe to be Nibiru.
Will we all get to see it?
So what are we going to do?
Yeah,
we need to have talks about this. We need to... I need confirmation from other people, too. If you would just take pictures and send them to me. My camera system, I have a Samsung Galaxy A21. It has 4 lenses in a vertical stack. That's what I use. Whoops. But there it is. Without the glasses, you can see it even. It's just not clear. With the glasses. There it is. Oh, the wind's come blown. I gotta go.
What do you think, let me know. Could be faked, but still thought-provoking. Jim? So, what do you guys think? Are you a believer in Nibiru? No, I'm not a disbeliever in Nibiru. I think there's always a possibility. What about you? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's move on.
There's going to be a solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024. It crosses over the path of the United States. Obviously, Christians are going to say it's a sign of the end times, but I wanted to give my own personal perspective on what a solar eclipse really means. Both astrologically and symbolically, the sun represents the conscious mind or the ego, the self that you identify with, the I in I am. The moon, on the other hand, represents your unconscious mind, the parts of yourself that are hidden knowledge, hidden wisdom, intuition, even psychic abilities. So when the moon eclipses the sun, the hidden knowledge, the repressed memories, the things in your psyche that you don't have access to will become apparent. This is a deeply transformative time in which you can now integrate the unconscious into your conscious mind. And of course, when something like this happens, it's happening on a grand celestial scale, not an individual one. So yes, individual aspects of your unconscious will be brought to the forefront, but also aspects of the collective unconscious, hidden knowledge within the collective unconscious will become more apparent. So this will be a grand spiritual transformative event.
So she's kind of thinking along the lines of the 12 strands of DNA theory that you hear more about over the last few years. What do you guys think? I'm willing to learn. I know if you know things that I don't, let me know. It does look like a second one.
When will this planet come back?
It's here.
It's already in the area.
Oh yes, right now it's in conjunction and is behind the sun. It's coming up. It came up in the direction towards the sun's, say, 7:30 position.
Okay.
Now, when it comes out from behind, it'll be around the 1:30 position. And
will we be able to see it then?
Yeah. And when we see it, if you're not prepared, I mean, frankly, when we do see it, people are going to be standing out in the street. They're going to be pointing up at the sky.
You'll be able to see it like that?
Oh, yeah. You're going to see it. It's a melancholia scenario. It's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger because this thing is going to come around from behind the sun and cross over our orbit above us and ahead of us. And, you know, there's a gentleman, Bob Dean, government whistleblower. He's one of my heroes. I mean, I just love this guy.
Yeah, good guy.
And I think in 2008 on Project Camelot, he made a prediction. He said, according to my sources, when we are going to be on the same side of the sun as the Planet X system when it goes into its aphelion lake. That's when it's going back south.
Okay.
And that is when it's really going to be jamming, you know.
And jamming meaning doing
fast.
Things to us?
To the sun, to us. First off, let me just explain the Planet X system.
Okay.
Nemesis is the dark star. All right. And it hasn't been visible for a very long time to the naked eye because it's shrouded in iron oxide dust.
Okay.
This is from its creation.
And where would that be now, that binary star?
That binary star is beyond the orbit of Jupiter behind our sun.
And that's why we can't see it.
We can't see it. First off, let me just explain the Planet X system.
Okay.
Yes. It's a long period elliptical orbit. It's inclined to, here's the plane of our solar system, all right? And it's inclined, and it goes up and down in 3,600 lunar. That's right. It doesn't go around like we do. So it comes up and down like a comet.
Okay.
It's a comet-like orbit, and it's very long. What happened was, In early 90s, a gentleman by the name of Robert Harrington, he was an astronomer for the U.S. Naval Observatory in Washington. He was the chief astronomer. He wrote a brilliant paper on the location of Planet X. All right. Not only did he do that, he backed it up by having a telescope specially constructed sent to an observatory owned by our government in New Zealand. As at that time is in the southern skies.
Work for this planet.
Yes. And what happened was all of the image plates that came off that telescope were sent to NASA, disappeared. Never seen again.
Oh, that's interesting.
And shortly after that, he died a very mysterious.
So, how many times have we heard NASA? NASA's involved with everything. The Grand Canyon, as we've heard from Billy Carson. They seem to have a lot of roots everywhere, the Pyramid of Giza. And now they're telling you that they're hiding stuff. I mean, I've got to think this video would have been a while ago now. I mean, for all of you guys out there that have never really heard the story of the planet Nibiru and the Sumerian gods, then the best way to describe it is, and a good way to get an idea of it, is think about wormwood from the Bible. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. Let's face it, we're all in this together. And we all got to stick together regardless. So let's move on. Don't you just love the way that they mention things in cartoons? I mean, I can think of Scooby-Doo, Teen Titans. Let me know what you think.
Wake up and listen! Whispering Nibiru is creepy times 10! It gets creepier. I googled it and found a lot. Namely this. Nibiru is a planet listed in the writings of Zecharia Sitchin, particularly his book The 12th Planet. According to Sitchin's interpretation of Babylonian religious texts, a giant planet called Nibiru passes by Earth every 3,600 years and allows its sentient inhabitants to interact with humanity.
Don't they like a reptilian?
Which Sitchin identified with the Anunnaki of Sumerian myth, would become humanity's first gods. My favorite internet encyclopedia says there's supposed to be a collision. The Nibiru collision is a disastrous encounter between the Earth and a large planetary object. Believers in this doomsday event usually refer to this object as Planet X, or Nibiru.
The bot's gonna say it's just a cartoon, but the real gonna know what they just heard about Nibiru, bro. Wake up!
Right, I'm going to stick with the cartoon theme just for the minute, so stick with me. There's a lot more in this video to come yet.
The latest predictions from The Simpsons for 2024 are genuinely eerie. This one is absolutely disturbing. In season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson is preparing a bunker fully stocked with provisions for his family, anticipating something dreadful on the horizon. Shortly after, a solar superstorm strikes Springfield, a silent, invisible tempest sweeping through the town, causing severe consequences. This catastrophic event leads to a complete shutdown. No internet, no electricity, everything comes to a standstill. A solar superstorm could wipe out the internet for weeks or even months or even forever. The portrayal of a solar superstorm in the episode aligns with the potential real-world impact such an event could have. Interestingly, NASA has recently made a shocking discovery, a massive hole in the sun called the Coronal Hole. This hole, large enough to engulf 60 Earth-sized planets, is currently releasing solar storms at a staggering speed of 1.8 million miles per hour and could be headed to Earth fast. The last time the Earth experienced such a storm was in 1859. It was known as the Carrington event. The 2024 solar storm is predicted to be 60 times more powerful than the 1859 solar storm, possibly the strongest ever recorded in history. Such solar storms can have catastrophic effects on Earth, affecting satellite power grids, GPS, and potentially wiping out hard drives and the entire internet permanently. Might take decades for us to recover. It's only a matter of time.
Easy reasoning behind all of this? Surely kids don't know what the Illuminati means and all of this dark symbolism that comes along with it, and all of the conspiracies of what goes on behind those closed doors. What if it's because they're trying to ingrain this image so far into their heads so that when they grow up, the generations to come think that this is the norm? Especially when they see their favorite celebrity or artist doing it, there's nothing to question because this is all the imagery that they're seeing in front of their faces on TV, music videos, everything they're watching. I was scrolling on social media and I saw this video of the words Nickelodeon cut up into 3 pieces and translated into Latin. You can try it out yourselves and it literally translates to I don't care about God. Sound it out yourself just like they're doing in this commercial. Nickelodeon. You can't tell me that doesn't sound just like it. They have you singing it and everything. Now, do you remember this commercial that would play after each episode finished? Pay very close attention and wait for it. How sus is that? I mean, what's the reason for them to slide in these subliminal messages out of nowhere? What?
I mean, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I've got kids of my own and I've watched a lot of cartoons over the years with my guys and my girls. Mental. I mean, I've sat there and I just think, do you know what? Sometimes I just think that they're taking the mick out of the people that are aware. What do you guys reckon on that? A scene from Eyes Wide Shut.
But I warn you, if you make any further inquiries, or if you say a single word to anyone about what you have seen, there will be the most dire consequences for you and your family.
And that's why this one don't speak up.
Listen to what Ariana Grande has to say about the devil.
And this one was just like, it was just like a story that we made up and we're going with. And like, yeah, Tommy was like, what about I've seen the devil? And I was like, oh yeah, that's fun. Let's tell that story. And then, yeah, that seems fun. Yeah, I love that. Tommy was like, what about the devil? I was like, fun, you know? What? No, sorry. Oh God, the conspiracies that are going to come from that clip. Anyway.
You will be another member of the Illuminati. That's my favorite thing.
I love that thing.
Everyone always thinks we're part of the Illuminati. And somebody was like, yeah, they're witches. I'm like, if I'm a witch, I have the least amount of power in the world.
That is like such a thing. Like I have like friends whose moms are
it's
like,
a thing.
Is it true? And I'm like, what?
I had a family member ask.
Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah.
Night God's got a theory on Bundy. You can check him out over on TikTok, Night God.
Were Ted Bundy and JFK part of the Illuminati? When I saw names like these come up as one of the 13 bloodlines, I had to look into it. It is believed the Illuminati have their hooks into every business, politician, and entertainer out there. But at the top, just under Satan and the fallen angels, are the 13 bloodlines who control the cabal. Names like Bundy. And though he is a direct descendant, it is not believed Ted Bundy was part of the Illuminati. But he is one of the most notorious serial killers of all time. Many believe that since he carries the name, the Illuminati had something to do with the murders. See, the 13 love when their name rings throughout history, so they'll cause traumatic events. Ted was even quoted as saying he doesn't like to do what he does. But before he does it, a dark force takes him over and he blacks out. Theorists believe they used mind control to make him commit these crimes. In JFK's assassination, yeah, check part 2.
Well, big claims.
The scene. Okay, so you have the outer rulers and the inner rulers. The inner rulers are never. They don't need to put themselves in positions where they're seen, or they don't need to be in movies or entertainment or sports figures or presidents, because they rule with an absolute rule behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so the Committee of 300, generally the outer heads, so they're the ones we do see on TV and
Are those what Erwin or people would call the second degree?
Right. Second degree in respect to what?
In respect to expendable operatives.
So, well, I mean, yes, I suppose they are expendable. Yeah, absolutely. There's still what the general public would perceive as the top of the line, though. They're the top, like the top players we perceive.
Yeah, that's because we see them.
Right. And the absolute rulers are unseen. And that's always the way it's been in anything. You have the outer, inner head, like I said. So, I've just been researching more so rather than the 13 families that are always talked about, the Committee of 300 families. And a lot of in Scotland, you have the clans, like Clan Lindsay and Clan MacGregor, MacGregor clan, and which are the Templars really. A lot of those families are the Committee of 300 families, and so I think the MacGregor clan is an offshoot of a Rothschild family, but they're seen as slightly less significant or slightly less powerful. And really, in truth, it's a DNA thing. It's to do with how pure how controllable their specific. The more controllable you are, the higher position you're going to have. So if you have a certain stream that they feel is malleable or controllable, they'll put you in a position that's high. The more that you are seen to be sociopathic and a sellout to humanity for gain or fame or money, then they will place you in a higher and higher position. That's not to say that everybody who's in those positions is a complete sellout. I don't think that they are, but I think generally the rule is that you are, if you're willing to sell out your brother or you're willing to sell out your fellow man, they will put you. If you're shown you'll do that, they'll put you in a higher spot.
No, he's claiming like movie stars and artists. Usually, most of them are compromised. That's what this guy obviously believes. I think a lot of people will believe that. There's enough to suggest that that will be the case with the symbolism we see everywhere. Let's take a look at some of these actresses, actors,
The Illuminati, and she failed.
artists.
Are you a part of the Illuminati? Yes. No, I'm not. Did that come up as a lie when I said yes? Yes, it's true. See? That means I'm not.
You sure about
I said
that?
yes. I'm just kidding. Don't try to work the system.
Exactly. Are you all in a secret Illuminati club?
No.
Is it because you can't tell me if you are?
No. Don't be suspicious. Don't tell me.
Is that true, Sam?
Inconclusive. Can you imagine? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Are you a part of the Illuminati?
No. Are you in the Illuminati? You're a very angry person. You ask a lot of questions with a lot of anger in your voice. I just want you to know that it doesn't make a person entirely comfortable.
I'm kidding. Don't forget to like and follow and stay weird.
Pay attention. Pay attention. I'm sure you've seen this before, a lot of you, but for those who haven't, pay attention. Right there, for you, right there.
Did you spot it?
It's important for me to be able to express my solidarity with the Israeli people following what was a horrific terrorist attack. Productive meetings ahead of us today. I'm looking forward to seeing the Prime Minister and President. There's lots of work for us to do.
Will you be urging restraint on the Israeli government? Did you spot it?
Just about.
For me to be able to...
The gang sign that you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is. I have no idea.
He knows exactly what that is.
To blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati,
and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue. For years
I bet
now,
you like it.
talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you
Certainly
laugh,
feels that
stuff
way.
like that, make you happy and docile, so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things.
There you have it. Just chuck it out there. Just like it's a normal everyday thing.
Have you guys seen these hand signals that LeBron James does before his games? Looks real suspicious to me. Or have you seen this video talking about the chalk toss and how he might be summoning demons with it?
Is LeBron James just an athlete? Well, I believe this expose, we're going to take a little dive into what I believe is quite frightening. Now here, you're going to see this chalk ritual toss, what the sports world calls it a chalk toss, but it's simply disguised for what he's really doing, a high-level conjuring, a spell, an incantation from this Illuminati wizard where he's summoning demons. I believe he's conjuring up demons before every game. Plain and simple. Really take a look at these so-called chalk tosses. It is very frightening, this ritual that he does. I mean, putting his hands up, these Baphomet style, dragon demons appear.
Have you guys seen these hand signals that
LeBron James seen doing evil hand signals.
Let's have one more from Billy Carson.
Jesus was Yeshua. That was his name, Yeshua.
That was his
This
name.
was a real person that existed. Some people are like, oh, he was this imaginary person. No. There's a lot of evidence that he actually existed. He lived, he breathed, he had blood in his veins. He was a walking man, M-A-N. It wasn't some type of a flying guy with wings on his back. He was a man. He came through a womb. He was just interesting, though. There was a little something different about this guy. The fact that he was a virgin birth, but when I looked deeper into see, well, maybe this was a mistake or maybe it was a mistranslation, I found through the Apocrypha text that his grandmother was also a virgin birth. Now, this is really interesting. So we see this established bloodline here where through the grandmother comes his mother, and then through his mother comes him, both through in vitro fertilization. This is advanced technology. Someone purposefully did this. Jesus was...
Well, now we come towards the end of the video for this one, and then I'll get working on my next one. But I'm just going to leave you all with something to think about. It'd be great for those who haven't seen it, but for those who have, still cool.
Will Smith exposing Hollywood and the trickery they can pull off.
I think I got time to go on vacation? No. I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Will Smith even starred in a movie called Focus. And the whole point of the movie is being able to trick your subconscious mind if you're not staying focused. So with all that being said, Will Smith knows how to trick the subconscious mind. And Will understands how fake the entertainment industry is, since he's been a part of it for so long. Did you know that before the Oscars, Will Smith even had a class teaching kids how to do a fake slap?
Well, thank you very much for watching the videos with me, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you leave your comments down below. And remember, don't believe everything that you've heard on these videos. Make sure you go out, do some research, check it up for yourself. It's all a bit of fun. Thanks. Till next time. See ya.